America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with.
They say if you aren't part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Right now, a big part of the problem for Mitt Romney are Obama attack ads focusing on Bain Capital. When Mr. Romney told the president he should apologize for the ads, the Obama campaign doubled down. Hitting Mitt Romney for outsourcing and setting his own off-key performance of America the Beautiful as the soundtrack, it didn't take long for the Romney campaign to respond in kind, and we'll show you that response in a moment. But first, let's welcome back our panel. Ron Christie and Julian Epstein join us live once again. I don't know if they'll sing, but they certainly are going to speak. Julian, you and Ron are both political strategists. You understand how this works and your expertise on both sides of this. But for the president's team, what message are they sending to the other side by continuing to pummel Mitt Romney in the fashion they're doing?
Yeah, well, I think one message is that Mitt Romney should have invested in singing lessons rather than in offshoring of jobs overseas.
Or outsourced his singing.
I think there's a couple of messages here. I think one is, you remember going back to the 2000 campaign and the 2004 campaign, Gore and Kerry both had problems because they weren't really comfortable with voters. They didn't really relate well to voters. I think they're doubling down on this. When you compare the swooners, if you will, the Romney singing and the Obama singing, and you ask yourself, who is a guy I would rather have a beer with? I think most people are going to say they would rather have a beer with Obama than Romney. So I think there's that subliminal message. But I think more importantly what they're saying is that, look, on this offshoring, there is more there to the story than what happened between 1999 and 2002, this period of time that's in dispute. Before 1999, if you look at Modus Media, if you look at GS Technologies, there's lots of cases in which Romney, when he was head of Bain Capital, was investing in companies that were either offshoring jobs or that were closing down. And I think what Obama is saying is that take away that 1999 to 2002, there's still plenty of stuff on the table here for us to work with.
All right, Ron, as promised, here's the ad that the Romney folks came up with in response to the one that shows their candidate singing. Let's take a listen.
I'm so in love with you.
So, Ron, we've got dueling ads with singing candidates. I want you and Julian to face off with some bars of your own. And who knows, maybe singing ability will be a key factor for some voters, as Julian has suggested. But for conservatives who have been saying that Romney isn't hitting back hard enough, is this the kind of response they've been hoping for?
Well, I think so. But I think Julian, my friend, and I can make a bipartisan commitment that you will not hear the two of us singing on air, nor would any of your viewers and listeners want to. So we can give you that pledge, I think, with pretty safe assurances. But in all seriousness, I think that this administration has pledged that they were going to be the most transparent administration in history. And you've seen a lot of the revolving door of lobbyists getting waivers and people coming into the administration that the president said that he wasn't going to do. I think Governor Romney has been attacked by some of those on the right of saying he hasn't been forceful enough in coming back after the president. And I think what you've seen now is that the Romney camp has some ads in the tank, that they're ready and really, frankly, able to come hit back at the president and to try to knock some of this down. But the important thing I would say here, Doc, is this. I think a lot of people across this country are not so much interested in how much money Governor Romney has or doesn't have, but how, in fact, is either President Obama or Governor Romney going to lead this country forward. And I think these attacks, while they're dominating the headlines right now, I think they're going to fail in their effort to try to persuade people that Governor Romney is not an effective leader.
They don't care.
We got 20 seconds. Go on.
They don't care if he was a successful businessman or not. They like the fact that he was a successful businessman. What they don't like is the secrecy. They don't like the gaming of the tax system to avoid tax liability. So I think it's not about whether he was a successful businessman or not. It's about how he's gamed the system.
10 seconds. Who's the better singer, Obama or Mitt Romney?
Is that even a question?
All right. I'm not touching that one. I'm not even going there.
There you go. Thank you very much to Ron Christie and Julian Epstein for joining us here today.